What's up guys, my name's Hugh Miller and today we're playing The Vampire Diaries. This is Her Interactive's second game they ever made, released in 1996. Now someone actually managed to create a version of this game or put it into a DOS box sort of system and allow it to be easily playable on Windows 10, which is how I'm playing it. I will make a tutorial for that, or how to play it, after I'm done this recording. It's great, and you don't need a disc switch in this version, which is so awesome, because switching discs, there's 3 discs in this game originally, and having to switch them is a pain in the butt, so we don't have to do that. Anyways, we're going to play the introduction, and then we're going to play the game. So here we go, here's the introduction.
August 13th. Dear Diary, it was strange coming home to an empty house. I kept expecting to see Mom come around the corner, or Dad out in the garden. It's been a whole year since the accident, but sometimes it feels like yesterday. Aunt Judith wanted us to take a nap, and Margaret went right to sleep. You know how little sisters are. I tried to sleep, but couldn't. Maybe it's just jet lag or something. I don't know. When I was in Europe, all I wanted to do was get back to safe old Bell's Church, and now that I'm here, all I want to do is get away. It feels like something bad is going to happen, like something's changed. But nothing looked different when we came through town, except for the new art gallery. Bonnie wrote and was so excited about it. We're supposed to go to the grand opening party tonight, but I wish I didn't have to. It feels like something is wrong, terribly wrong, and I don't know what to do. I think someone is watching me, or following me. But when I turn, there's nothing there. Maybe I just need to sleep. Maybe I'm overtired. But what if I'm not?
So again, this game was made in 1996. It's also the predecessor to the entire Nancy Drew series, and this is kind of where they got a lot of their visual and audio, visible and audible ideas for how the games looked and how they were coded and all that stuff. And you'll see why in just a second. So let's play. And here we go. This is the Vampire Diaries, everybody. This is our cursor, little like finger gun, but vertical. And just take a listen to the sounds that we got going on here. All right.
Yeah, right. And I'm the mayor of Fell's Church. Now.
Same sounds. So here we go. Let's dive into a brand new game. So the idea of that introduction cutscene that we saw was to replace like the opening letter, or was in place of like an opening letter like we see in the Nancy Drew games. And yeah, so this is it. But you can, again, it's like the same format. You got your inventory, your whatever dialogue, I guess. Menu button on this side, help button on this side as well, and you can rotate. There's nodes. There's nodes. Just oh, hello. Who's this?
Elena, it's so great to see you. I should have known you'd make it back for such a major party. How was the Riviera?
Now, the way they did characters in this game was that they actually did them in front of a green screen. So so Bonnie here is a real person, and they filmed her in front of a green screen. Every single character in this game is real. And then they recorded the dialogue later, synced it up, and you'll notice throughout the game that there's a lot of text errors with the dialogue. You know, it doesn't quite match up with what they're saying, and you know that's just the way she goes. But yeah, so anyways, they had characters, real characters, put in 3D locations. And it's cool. It's really cool. It's very old and very janky, but it's cool. So how was the Riviera? It was fabulous.
Fabulous. I took tons of pictures. You'll die when you see them, Bonnie.
Talk about to die for. Have you seen Mikhail Romanov, the host of tonight's party? Oh, he's got to be the most terminally attractive guy I have ever seen.
Terminally attractive in all caps.
No, I haven't seen him. He wasn't greeting guests when we came in. Have you seen him lately?
You probably didn't see him because you arrived so fashionably late.
All right.
I guess he's somewhere out networking with people who have more money than brains.
So Mikhail, so we are currently in an art gallery, and I think Mikhail is the owner of the art gallery. And it just opened, as far as I know.
Bonnie, what's gotten into you? Since when did you develop an attitude?
Maybe I caught it from Caroline Forbes. I've had enough attitude from her this summer to last me through graduation.
So Caroline, so we are playing as Elena, and Caroline is one of Elena's best and closest friends. Or so we thought.
My Caroline? You're kidding.
As if. I mean, wait till you see her dress. You can be arrested in some states for showing that much skin.
Oh.
It can't be that bad. Her parents would never let her out of the house if it were really revealing.
I think her parents would let her go out in nothing but finger paint if Mikhail Romanoff said that it was elegant. Just you wait till you've met him. Then you'll understand. Listen, Elena, I can't stay much longer. I'm gonna go wander around for a while. Come with me?
And she's gonna wander around by standing around doing nothing. Anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's a taste of how this game works. And again, we're in a 3D location. The resolution is way lower than the Nancy Drew games, but that's it. That's the way she goes. So, oh, hello. Aunt Judith.
Everybody seems so excited that we made it back from the Riviera in time for the party. Are you having a good time, Elena?
Of course she's enjoying the party. How could such a pretty girl do otherwise?
And Damon. So I am not very fluent in Vampire Diaries history and lore, but as far as I know, Damon is actually a character from the books, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
The party's okay, Aunt Judith. Not anything like Europe, though.
I don't suppose it is, but you must be glad to be back home with all your friends. I saw Bonnie a few minutes ago, and I thought I saw Caroline, although she seemed much older than Caroline.
It's nice to see them, but I haven't seen Matt anywhere. I wrote and told him we'd be back in time for the party.
So that's why you're so glum. I thought you knew he's at football camp.
Oh,
Only
no.
a foolish man would stand up such a pretty girl.
Oh, I love that he only chimes in to call us a pretty girl. That is great, isn't it?
Excuse me? I don't think we've met.
He's my new friend. He got me a drink in a pretty cup, just like Aunt Judith, see?
It was very nice of him to bring you a drink, Margaret. Did you remember to say please and thank you?
I remember, just like you told me to. Please and thank you.
When I handed her the glass, she said please and thank you.
I only met Mr. Smith a few minutes ago when he was nice enough to bring Margaret back to me. I was nearly frantic. I only turned my back for a second and she was gone.
Kids have a habit of disappearing with the blink of an eye. You can never be too careful.
Oh, that's ominous, isn't it? All right.
Margaret's not drinking champagne, is she?
Of course she is.
Champagne? Oh no, it's ginger ale.
Don't worry, Elena. Mr. Smith is a new teacher. He just arrived in town to start the school year.
Okay, so that's good to know. It just looks so much like champagne. Who wrote this dialogue, man?
You're a teacher?
As a matter of fact, yes, I am a teacher. A student biology teacher, to be exact.
Okay. Student biology. So you study the biology of students, is that correct?
Student biology teacher? Will you be teaching high school?
That's me, Damon Smith, scourge of the bio and advanced bio classes. I'm also low man on the totem pole and in charge of the Spirit of Fells church display.
Okay. You should not be proud of that, as far as I can tell.
It looks like I'll be in your class then. I'm in advanced biology this semester.
Then I look forward to seeing you in the halls of Robert E. Lee. I'm really not so awful, and I'll try to make class interesting. If you'll excuse me, I need to talk to Mr. Richards before he leaves tonight.
And he disappears with just his arm remaining. Okay. We got Aunt Judith, we got Margaret, and we got Mr. Smith's elbow.
He's
Let's have a conversation.
intense. It looks like school could be interesting this year.
I got the impression Mr. Smith knows his biology, so don't count on an easy time in class just because he's young and new at teaching. Why don't you go mingle with your friends a bit longer, sweetheart? Then we have to get Margaret home to bed.
I'm not sleepy. I'm going to go play.
Oh, dear, now I'll have to go find her before she breaks something we can't afford. I'll come and get you, Elena, when we're ready to leave.
I love that. I love that. I'm going to just set her down. Oh, now I got to go find her. She's on the floor, man.